So, first of all, disclaimer. I have a... how do I say this? So I'm not a licensed counselor, and I also cannot consider myself officially a mental health practitioner. There is a trauma program I hope to do. It's actually, I've paid for it sitting in my computer to accomplish, to do. And I also do see clients who have PTSD, who have some level of trauma. And I do my best with these clients. I do my best to share with them my qualifications, what I can do, and I also do my best to know when I cannot support them any longer. So just huge disclaimer around all of that. If someone is having some serious stuff, or if they haven't seen a counselor or a therapist of some sort that works with trauma, I always suggest people, please go see a talk person before you come to see a touch person. At least start that process before coming to see someone like myself. And I have one client that I see weekly, and I've been seeing him for many months. So this was an unusual thing for him to experience with me. And I'm so grateful that he's trusted me in supporting this process around touch. Touch has been very difficult, and there's a lot of stories, a lot of difficulty with giving touch on his end, touching me. And it's been a long journey, but beautiful. There's a lot of intimacy and talking and connection just about life. So that's been a gift for both of us. And today, out of nowhere, basically kind of like in an exhale, when he was able to really go down deeper into his body, his shoulder started to shake. And it's actually a shoulder where there's an injury. It just started to shake involuntarily. And it can scare some people when that happens. Because it's like, what's happening, what's going on, especially if you're feeling a little bit like you don't like to be out of control in your body. And it didn't create any kind of thoughts or like any memories, or nothing came up here, but just the body wanted just to shake. And from what I know, there, Michelle Renee, those who are on Facebook seeing the comments, yes. That is trauma release, right? So what happens in our bodies is fear. When we have a fearful episode in our past, it gets stored in our muscles and in the nervous system, right? And sadness and fear live in all these spaces. And so when we can really go deeper and deeper into like a relaxed state, or into a safe place, if it's an emotional thing, all of these things that just bring calm, we can begin to experience something in the body may show up. And our minds aren't trying to control it. Especially, this is what's beautiful about touch and about my work, is that clients are able to get out of their heads and really into their bodies. And so just this like shaking started to happen. And of course the first reaction is, oh, I gotta stop that, because it's kind of embarrassing, and oh my gosh, especially again when that feeling of like, this shouldn't be happening. And I'm like, no, this is really, really good. Like, it's okay, like let's take another deep breath. And exhale, and then allow it to do the process. Like, your body is so smart. It knows exactly what it needs to do. It wants to release fear and sadness. Like this is what the body was created to do, is to heal itself. And we just need to give it the things it needs to be able to do that. And I think at this point, it was just an acknowledgement that this is what the body wanted to do. Can't say that anything happened after that. Just, again, accepting, allowing, giving permission to the body to begin to let things go that are stored really deeply within. So another example of what's possible with the right practitioner who's aware of the ways that the body can respond, the right client who's really willing to go there and to bring acceptance and forgiveness to all that's been stored inside. And the possibilities are endless over what we can do together. So much love to this client on a beautiful journey. I'm grateful to be part of it, and it's okay. So those of you who aren't that client, a little pro tip, something that you can do. If you're in a moment where you experience fear, something shows up, shake. And I think there's animals that do this. I think I've heard somewhere that when things get like, so start shaking and shake it out and let all that stuff go. If you know that you have fear around something in your life, again, just start to see if you can just shake. And that can be voluntary. You can just start shaking. It's great. This is a great way to start releasing. And you may find that it takes over, and then just be with it. Find people that can be with you during that process is also helpful, because it can feel really scary, especially when it kind of takes over and wants to do the thing. And Michelle Renee made a comment here. Polar bears shaking. There you go. There are, again, you can look up, the fear response around shaking. It is real. It's amazing. Again, sometimes we can't get things out of our heads, but we can get things out of our bodies, and we don't have to know even what we're afraid of. That's amazing. The body just can release if we just allow it to just do the thing, do the work. And again, that's fear. It lives in the nervous system. Sadness lives in our muscles. Anger lives in our bones. So again, some things to think about if you, trying to imagine releasing these emotions, bringing them to the surface, and saying goodbye for good. All right. Love you all so much. Thanks again, and we'll keep talking.